Age, what are your thoughts on the 2.3 drip marketing? Oh, the 2.3 Spook Shack drip marketing from this past weekend. You guys want to talk about it? You guys want to talk about it? Who asked? Everyone asked, okay? Let's talk about it. Okay, let me go to this tab that I suspiciously have open. Definitely not pre-planned for you guys to send me that voice, that chat message for me to read out loud for this video. But hey, hello, welcome in, guys, welcome in. I guess today we're gonna be talking a little bit about my general thoughts and opinions on the 2.3 drip marketing that Zenless Zone Zero released this past weekend for the newest Spook Shack members. I know there was some a little bit of controversy which we can talk about as well. So, this past weekend, Zenless Zone Zero, they drip marketed Yidhara, Lucia, and Komano Manato, the 3 newest Spook Shack members, and it was a very a mixed bag of reactions, I would say. We'll go through them in the order of Yidhari, who is the octopus girl, and then Lucia, and then we can say Manato for last, since I know you guys probably want to hear my thoughts on Manato the most. Thoughts on Yidhari, and are you down for Tentacle Town? Am I down for Tentacle Town? See, here's the thing.
What the fuck?
We've seen Thyrans, right? We know Ellen has a tail as well. We've seen, Lycon tail on the models. But then because Yidhari has multiple tentacles, it seems, that means when we actually play her in game, the tentacles are going to be all moving around and flowing whenever she attacks, and it's going to look so cool. Anyway, she is so hot. I'm actually so excited for her. I think of the upcoming drip marketing.
I've always wanted to have a octopus in my anus.
My thoughts exactly. Yeah, okay, I'm excited for Yidhari, okay? I think she looks really cool. I think she looks fantastic. She has the asymmetrical booty short thigh highs as well. Listen, you guys know me. I love my asymmetry. Alice will have an aneurysm, but I love my asymmetry. So, and also guys, oh my gosh, she sounds so good. Wait. Let's listen.
I didn't keep you waiting too long, did I? Yidhari, call my name when you need me.
Guys, I saw people complaining how this is Yidhari is the ultimate Gunner bait character, and I'm at this point, why are people surprised that Zenless Zone Zero is releasing Gunner bait characters? Because Guys, we're not beating the Gunner game allegations. We're never gonna beat the Gunner game allegations. So why are people still mad, huh? People complain that Zenless Zone Zero is a Gunner game and then complain when they release Gunner characters? What's going on? What's the deal with that? Hey, listen, I am a fan and I am being serviced, okay? And in this case, I will be serviced by 1, 2, 3, 4, or 8 lovely tentacles, I'm sure. Once we get her, and once I pull for her and she comes to my account, she will not be the only thing coming to my account. That is for sure. Listen, I am very excited for Yidhari, is my point. As you can probably tell from my very not suspicious statements in response to her drip marketing. I mean, I think this is a very valid question, okay? I think this is a very valid question, considering everything, but they have yet to answer it, so I guess we'll find out once she is able to be pullable and come home. Wait, have you seen the pinned message? I want Yidhari to drag me to the deep and choke me with her tentacles, says the Zen Pie, sent at 9:05 p.m. in my Twitch chat. I mean, I can't say I disagree. I think Yidhari looks really cool. I'll give some general thoughts on the overall, I guess, Spook Shack stuff after. These are more individual for the characters themselves. Sorry, guys. Okay, so next character we can talk about is Lucia. What was that? I don't know what was what? I didn't see anything. Okay, this is the second character that they released and drip marketed over the weekend. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. So Yidhari is an S rank, and then Lucia is also going to be an S rank. So the 2 S rank characters are going to be the newest members of Spook Shack who are female. And here, let's take a quick look at her video. Oh, no voice? Wait, why did Yidhari get a voice but not Lucia? That's wild. Okay, I didn't actually listen to the videos yet. I just looked at them, so I did not know that she didn't have a voice. Again, I'll get more into my overall thoughts about what's going on with this drip marketing after, but Personally, okay guys, I will be so honest with Lucia in particular. I'm not that into her design. Okay, I think she's kind of ugly. I'll be so real. I'll be so real. This is probably a hot take, but I just don't think I don't like how she looks. Okay, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I don't like the color scheme. I don't like the outfit. It's not my thing. It's just I have zero interest. I have zero interest in Lucia just visually. Okay, maybe I'll like her a lot in the story when we finally get to the patch itself and we get to meet her, but from pure design wise, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I honestly much prefer Yidhari, not just because Yidhari is hot as hell, okay, but I just think her design is really fun with the guys. Okay, all Gunnar jokes aside, I do think the tentacle stuff, obviously it's Gunnar, but she also looks really cool just in general, even with the tentacles, and it's cool to have more Thyrans with such like big features to them too. So I feel like Lucia just kind of she's kind of there. I think the biggest thing for me with her though is I just don't like her color scheme. Like I don't like this shade of blue, and then I especially don't like this shade of blue with this shade of green, with this shade of like greenish blue. So, and then I also don't like these two shades of greenish blue and blue with this shade of yellow. So I'm just not a fan of her color scheme at all. And then her design itself is like for me. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, that might be a hot take, because I know I saw a lot of people were really excited for Lucia, but not my preference. That's all. That's all. I mean, what do you guys like Lucia, or am I crazy? Being honest, both of them aren't that original design-wise. I mean, that's fine if they're not super original, as long as they look nice. I just don't think Lucia really looks nice. This is the thing, so. I like this Lucia design. I love Lucia, I love her. Yeah, see, like, I know a lot of people really like her, so I feel like I'm the crazy one for not really liking her design that much, but I mean, hot take is I also didn't really like Silver Soldier Envy's design that much, and lots of people loved it, so maybe there's just like, you know, different tastes for different folks, different strokes for different folks. I like a D&D player because Spook Shack. Oh yeah, I saw you guys saying that, like, because you guys like D&D. I guess her design is very D&D aesthetic-esque, especially with her staff and the whole, like, I guess not Voyager, but Explorer type of vibe to her. I mean, if you guys are watching this video, this disaster of a video, let me know in the YouTube comments what you guys think as well, apart from the chat, because I mean, it looks like chat in general, you guys seem to really like Lucia. Maybe her in-game model will change my mind, but again, it's like, for me, colors are a big thing and a big part of how much I like a character design-wise, and I just really don't like her color scheme, so like that in itself I think is like the biggest turn off from her design for me. I just really dislike the combination of colors they have used, because these are not really like colors I like in particular, like these shades. So God, he's gonna unfriend you for not liking Lucia. Oof guys, I can't believe Lucia ruined my friendships. But yeah, okay, anyway, so those are kind of my general thoughts on Lucia. I know that I knew that was gonna be a bit of a hot take, but I wanted to be honest with you guys, and I was curious of what you guys thought as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be skipping Lucia. I'll be completely frank. No matter how much I like her in the story, I just really don't like her design. So I will be probably skipping Lucia. For right now, for me, oh my god. Sorry, that's the wrong tab. That's the wrong tab. I think for 2.3 in general, once we get her and once I pull for her and she comes to my account, that she will not be the only thing coming. Okay, before I tell you guys like my actual poll, I guess general poll ideas, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant cock in the, I mean, no, the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room, okay?
Let me make this clear. If they mess with you, they mess with me. Don't worry. No one will lay a finger on you while I'm around.
Mr. A-Rank Komano Manato. A-Rank Manato stirred up quite a fuss on X.com, I gotta say. Listen, I was literally sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and then I opened my Twitter, and then I see they dropped the Zenless Zone Zero drip marketing, and then I look at, so obviously I was very curious if he was gonna be S rank or A rank, right? So then I opened the tweet, and lo and behold, my guy is static. my initial reaction, okay? My initial reaction, Listen, listen, okay? I was surprised because here's the thing. I completely forgot they were going to release drip marketing over the weekend, okay? So I actually hadn't seen Lucia's because they actually released Lucia first. But because usually on weekends, I don't look at my phone as much. Usually weekends are my kind of offline times. So I looked at it and then it was, this was the first thing I saw and I was like, he's A rank, so maybe we went through it. I went through it a little bit, you know. It's totally not. I totally didn't have a mini. A very interesting reaction. I will be honest, I overreacted on purpose a little bit, okay? You guys, sometimes you overreact for the Twitter dudes, what can I say? I think the whole A rank, S rank Manato debate that's been going on the past patch was not really based in much. To be real, I did start having like some expectations that he might be S rank, considering the fact that they did give him a pretty decently big role in the main story, on top of the fact that I personally think his model looks really cool, right? And I think as far as when it comes to like Gunnar male characters, he is the Gunnar male character, so I thought that maybe they were going to release him as an S rank to you know, farm the girlies, but they made him A rank, and you know, again, I'm not too surprised by it in the end, because I mean, I'm just not that surprised. What can I say? I kind of, it was like a very mixed bag. It's like I had a little bit of hope that he might be S rank, but he kind of is like in the category of, it's like, oh, he could be A rank, but he could be S rank, but he could be A rank. See, I thought that he might be an S rank because of the fact that it seems like, I think they delayed his release, which they did the same thing with Lighter before, right? I think originally Lighter was supposed to be an A rank, and then they delayed his release to make him an S rank. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I heard online. I have no source for this information. I could be spreading misinformation. Let me know in the comments if I am. So based on that rumor, and the fact that they delayed his release, it kind of seemed like, I was like, so are they actually going to make him an S rank? Maybe like maybe he was originally an A rank, and then now they're going to make him an S, kind of like they did with Lighter before. So that's where my little bit of like hope came from. But you know, in the end, it's like they made he's an A rank, and now it makes sense as to why they delayed his release, because they actually wanted to release him alongside the 2 new Spook Shack members, which, to be completely real, I thought we were done with Spook Shack, okay? I did not know at all. Like, there was no inclination that they were gonna add more members to Spook Shack. I thought it was just three and done. And if they were going to add to Spook Shack, it was going to be like very far in the future. I mean, none of us had any clue that they were going to release 2 more Spook Shack members. When it comes to adding to the Spook Shack faction, I have like mixed feelings about it at the moment, because I feel like on one hand, I think like the aesthetic of Yidhari and Lucia are obviously very different from Yuzuha, Alice, and Manato. So it throws me off a little bit. But Spook Shack itself as a faction does function a little bit differently from the other factions in the fact that it is an online forum. So technically, lore-wise, it makes sense if there are characters that might have a different aesthetic, because it's just people converging online. But I also am not like the biggest fan of that, because in the end, right, if I look at a faction within a video game, I kind of expect them to have a theme, especially given the fact that every prior faction in Zenless Zone Zero has had a theme, and they've like stuck to the theme aesthetically for their characters for that faction. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that Lucia and Yidhari have such a different aesthetic than the other 3 members. You know, in the end, if they like write them well, then it doesn't matter too much to me, because that's what I care about the most, right? If they give them a decent story and are able to integrate them well into the story and with the current members, then it'll be fine. But yeah, mixed feelings in, as my initial reaction regarding adding these 2 new members to the Spook Shack just like that. At the end of the day, we're still getting a playable Manato, okay? When it comes to Manato specifically, I'm just glad that he's still playable and that his animations, you know, that his model and his animations look great. I don't know about meta, so I have no opinions on the meta side of things. That's a discussion you guys can have with other CCs who are more knowledgeable about that. So my thoughts are more just in terms of as like from a story slash just general player, casual player perspective, a simping perspective, is as we're still getting a playable Manato. It is like a little sad that he's not S rank, but I'm a little scared about trying to pull him because yes, he is not an S rank. So technically he's an A rank, so technically it should be easier to get him. But that also means that he's not actually guaranteed. He's only rate up. So if I get really unlucky, I might not get him. But we'll see. We'll see. They mentioned 2 other Spook Shack members several times through in-game events and info. Oh, did they? Okay, well, I might have missed all of the side stuff because I haven't finished every single thing yet. But still, usually when they introduce new members, they have them actually like teased in the story beforehand or like in the game itself. So I think just design-wise, you know, Yidhari and Lucia still did kind of come out of nowhere, even if they had like small, tiny text hints here and there. I am sad that we will not get a Manato EP because he is an A-rank character, but hopefully we still get a little bit of marketing material for him, because I know with Pulchra, when they released her back then, she's an A-rank as well, but they still gave her like a small teaser, a small animated little teaser, so hopefully we can still get something similar for Manato, even though we won't get like the full, you know, marketing special, like an EP, which I really wanted a Manato. I really wanted a Manato EP, okay, guys? The saddest thing about Manato being A-rank for me is the fact that I don't get a Manato EP. We might not get a Manato EP, but we definitely get the Manato PP. Poetry. But yeah. Oh, and then I saw, so yeah, like in terms of the arguments I saw online about Manato being A-rank and stuff, I saw people boycotting the game and like review bombing it because he's A-rank. I think that's a little extreme. It's not like they ever confirmed he was S-rank and then removed him as an S-rank. So once we get her and once I pull for her and she comes to my account, that she will not be the only thing coming. Yo, calm down now. Calm down. So yeah, I think review bombing is like, guys, if you're gonna review bomb something, there's gotta be a good reason for it, okay? Like if a company makes a very like terrible, greedy, shitty decision, you know, or treats their player base like shit or crap, or like abuses the heck out of them, or like, you know, like makes a really terrible monetary decision, review bombing, fine, totally okay in my opinion. Guys, like they never confirmed it to be S rank. Yes, it's disappointing, but come on, let's be reasonable, okay? Who knows? I just hope that they don't give up on making male characters in general, because I do really like Manato a lot. I think he was very well written in the story, and I think he played a very important role again, which is why I was kind of like surprised he was A-rank. But that's the thing, guys. If you look on the bright side, right? If you look on the bright side, if you have a character like Manato who played such a important role in the 2.1 story, who is an A-rank, right? That means that maybe in the future, they'll be willing to add even more A-ranks that might have a lot of plot relevance as well, right? And they won't be kind of just like throwaways, kind of like Pulchra was, because to be completely real, Pulchra, as cool as she looks, she showed up for like 2 seconds, okay? She appeared for 2 seconds in the Sons of Caledon story, and she was just there for like a little bit and didn't really do much. And then she just and then she was released as an A-rank, right? So I think that's why with Pulchra in particular, people weren't that surprised that she was an A-rank, because she didn't really do much. So she was kind of more of a throwaway character compared to Monto, who had such a big role in the plot. So if they're willing to make, you know, A-rank characters that have such a big role in the plot, I think this is actually very hopeful for the future of the Zenless story, because this means that they might be more willing to write even more interesting characters that might not have to, not every character will be like a pullable S rank, a premium character. And then this will give them more chances to add more variety to the like playable pool. And also, it'll also be a bit more, I think, add a bit of surprise and variety to the stories and itself. So it's not as predictable in the sense as, oh, okay, we know this character is going to be like a playable S rank, which is why they're going to be super important in this particular plot in particular. And I think that in itself will add for a very, it gives them more freedom to write more freely, which the Zenless devs have clearly shown that they have been able to execute in a lot of very interesting stuff, such as some of the companion stories, some of the main stories. So look on the bright side. You know, like, sure, he's not an S rank, but I guess he's technically easier to pull. B, I think this is actually a good sign for the future of a lot of the story writing in Zenless. Yeah, I just don't think it's that big of a deal, personally. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I mean, I think those are my general thoughts. Again, this is probably like a mess of a rant video. I'm so sorry. If you guys made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching and listening. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed. If you didn't like, then dislike, I guess, and comment down below, letting me know your guys' general thoughts about everything as well. Like everything I said or your guys' opinions too. You know, it's totally fine if you disagree with anything I said. I know different people have different tastes, so that's just how it goes. But yeah, I'm curious to see what the general, you guys' opinions are as well. And yeah, join the Discord server if you want to come chat, hang out, and have a good time. And apart from that, thanks so much for watching, YouTube. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye-bye. This is my favorite Spook Shack member, of course.